A young American student named Lucy Miller stands outside a luxury hotel in Taipei, frustrated and confused as she argues with her boyfriend, Richard. The morning air is humid, traffic hums behind her, and she just wants to walk away. Richard is holding a metal briefcase, acting nervous but trying to appear calm. He insists she deliver the case to a man inside the hotel lobby. Lucy keeps asking what's in it. He avoids the question, brushing it off like it's nothing serious. "Just hand it over and walk away," he says. But his forced smile and anxious tone make it obvious something isn't right. Lucy refuses. She barely knows the man inside. She doesn't want to be involved in shady business. She's just a student living abroad. But before she can leave, Richard suddenly handcuffs the briefcase to her wrist. Her expression shifts from irritation to fear. She realizes she's been trapped. He quickly hands her $500 like that somehow makes it okay. Lucy calls him an asshole to his face, then reluctantly turns and walks toward the hotel entrance. It's clear he's using her as a shield. The moment Lucy steps into the lobby, armed men surround her. The atmosphere changes instantly. Richard tries to explain, but before he can finish, he's shot dead without hesitation. Lucy freezes in shock. In seconds, her ordinary life is gone. She's dragged upstairs by security and forced into a private suite. Inside, she meets Mr. Zhang, a calm and calculated Taiwanese drug lord. He sits quietly behind a desk, observing her like she's an object. She tries to explain she doesn't know anything about the briefcase. Her voice trembles, but Zhang isn't interested in excuses. He hands her a small note with a number written on it, the combination. He tells her to open it. Lucy hesitates, her hands shaking, but she kneels down and enters the code. The locks click open. She hesitates for another brief second, then quickly lifts the lid. Inside are several sealed blue bags, filled with a glowing synthetic substance called CPH4. Lucy was telling the truth. She really didn't know what she was carrying. Mr. Zhang tests it on a drug addict who immediately fries and convulses. Zhang shoots the guy dead. He offers Lucy a job. She refuses. They knock her unconscious. Lucy wakes up disoriented in a strange place, with blood on her stomach and surgical tools nearby. She's been cut open. One of Mr. Zhang's men, a surgeon type, has sewn one of the blue drug packets directly into her abdomen. She's now a drug mule. 3 other people have been implanted the same way. They're all being used to smuggle this drug to different cities in Europe. They're thrown into a dirty holding cell together, waiting to be shipped out. Lucy's terrified, but she's also angry. When one of the guards comes in and starts bothering her, she fights back. He beats her, kicking her repeatedly in the stomach. The bag inside her ruptures. The blue CPH4 floods her system. The effect is immediate and overwhelming. Her brain usage starts climbing past the normal human level. She can suddenly feel everything: her own cells, the electrical signals firing, the flow of blood. Colors bleed together. Sounds distort. She overpowers the guards and escapes the building, killing several of them in the process. She stumbles to a nearby hospital and forces a surgeon to remove what's left of the bag from her abdomen. The doctor tells her the drug is called CPH4. In its natural form, it's a molecule produced by pregnant women at around 6 weeks to provide energy for a developing fetus. The synthetic version is massively concentrated. He tells her she's lucky to be alive with that much in her system. Lucy realizes she's changing rapidly. She can now access more and more of her brain's capacity. She can read thoughts, control electronic devices, and manipulate matter. She returns to Mr. Zhang's hotel, kills his bodyguards, and telepathically extracts the destinations of the other 3 drug mules from his mind. They're heading to Berlin, Rome, and Paris. She needs to understand what's happening to her. She contacts Professor Samuel Norman, a scientist in Paris who spent his career studying the potential of the human brain. She demonstrates her abilities to him through a television screen, and he's stunned. She tells him she'll be there in 12 hours. On the flight to Paris, she drinks a glass of champagne. The alcohol interacts with the drug in her system, and her cells start to destabilize. Her teeth fall out. Her face begins to melt. She barely manages to ingest more of the remaining CPH4 to stabilize herself, pushing her brain usage to 50%. She lands in Paris and contacts a local police captain named Pierre Del Rio. She tells him about the drug mules and convinces him to have them arrested when they land at their respective airports. He agrees to help. The 3 mules are picked up and taken to a hospital in Paris to have the drug bags surgically removed. But Mr. Jiang has tracked Lucy to Paris. His men storm the hospital room, kill one of the mules, and grab the bags. Lucy arrives and easily incapacitates Jiang's men, taking the drugs back. She takes Del Rio with her to meet Professor Norman at a university laboratory. Norman has assembled a team of scientists with advanced monitoring equipment. Lucy explains that as she accesses more of her brain, she's losing her humanity, her emotions, her connection to others. She wants to share everything she's learned before she's gone. She ingests all the remaining CPH4. Her brain usage climbs higher, 80%. Her body begins transforming, pulling carbon from the air and the floor to create a massive, black, organic supercomputer. Her consciousness travels back through time, first to meet the Australopithecus human ancestor named Lucy, then all the way to the beginning of the universe, witnessing the Big Bang. Meanwhile, Mr. Jiang and his remaining men attack the university. A massive gun battle erupts in the hallway between his men and Del Rio's police. Jiang breaks through and enters the lab, pointing a gun at Lucy's head. He fires. But Lucy has reached 100%. Her physical body disappears completely, leaving only her clothes and the black supercomputer behind. Del Rio enters and shoots Jiang dead. A black tentacle extends from the supercomputer, forming a small flash drive and offering it to Professor Norman. He takes it. Inside is everything Lucy learned, all the knowledge she gained, stored in a form humans can understand. The supercomputer dissolves into ash. Del Rio looks at Norman and asks, "Where is she?" Del Rio's phone beeps. He looks down at the screen. A single message appears, "I am everywhere."